Well, hello there. Welcome to issue number 20, and we're concentrating on the Capricorn horse here today. As you can see from the starter dates there on the beginning caption, a lot of people are misled that 1942 en masse is the year of the horse. Well, when the Capricorn's concerned, it's only from, as you can see, the 22nd of December to the end of that year of 1942. To be a January Capricorn horse, you have to be born in 1943, as you'll see, before the dates of the 20th of January and downwards. So a bit of a misconception there when, say, you go into you get these calendars, or you go into your local Chinese, Taiwanese shop or wherever, and they have 1942 or wherever, year of the horse. Well, that's misleading. So look at that and check your dates very thoroughly if you fall into this creature. So let's start with this battle. Should we call this a battle? Because the Capricorn never loses a battle, but it's pushed very close by the horse in the sense of the Capricorn's very traditional, it wants to plod, it gets there, it wants perfection, it's quite miserly, it's quite economical with where it spends its time, and it spends its time because it wants to get to the top, and the only people it hangs about with are going to be powerful people, unless if they're not powerful, then that's the way they plan their route. That the Capricorns do the tried and tested method. They're not ones for new ideas, brilliant sort of, fads or anything like that. They do the tried and tested method to get to where they're going. You get the horse coming to the mixture. The horse loves innovation. The horse loves to be in motion. It loves ideas. It loves the creativity of trying something fresh. Even though they can have their inconsistent moments, they can be very brilliant and say, hey, let's go and do this. So there is a bit of a mind battle, and this is where we come to the health of this creature. Depression can come along, but this is later on in this issue. I will explain this and why it does come along. But let's take it to the beginning. As a child, this will be a very academic, extremely bright union, not having mountains of friends, probably prefers 2 or 3 very close ones. Is pleasant enough, but will keep themselves to themselves, a nice sense of humour underneath the surface. They will get on perfectly. As I say with the Capricorn, they know, even from a very early age, the importance of study and the importance of giving respect and gaining respect. This combination will be very respectful to their families, especially their parents. Whereas the horse may be a bit of a tearaway, the Capricorn keeps it in line. And as I say, the Capricorn never loses in a battle. The horse will push it in incidents, but 99 times out of 100, the Capricorn will keep the focus going. So we've got a very academic child here, one that doesn't have to try particularly hard, is naturally bright, puts a lot of importance in into the studies, but does it effortlessly. So they will go through, will be college people, will be university people, won't be prone to settling down, so that relationships will not cloud this combination whatsoever. Probably, more than very likely, will pick somebody else very like-minded, in the sense of they won't be doing all of the work, whereas they won't appreciate the start of a relationship in the adolescence, early 20s, where they are earning all the corn, they are doing all of the work. They won't appreciate that. As I say with the Capricorn, you have to meet at least halfway in this respect. They may do it, but they do it begrudgingly, and you don't know what they're planning behind the scenes if they are doing this. And the horse won't be no exception to this combination. The horse likes unity, and it does like to be met halfway as well. So here we have a very sort of concrete character in that. I can't see them settling down until they've found their career path, and also the person they've met is also in a very good career. If we take them on to when they've actually met into their relationship, once again, the Capricorn isn't overly emotional, so they really do have to pick a sign which doesn't get easily hurt, because the horse can be a little brash, not meaning to hurt anybody, but they can be quite brash in their comments, and they can be quite demanding. So they may seem like they're completely hard to please. This is a bit of a problem here, as their partners feel as though maybe they're not coming up to scratch, or there may be constant worries for their partners here, because they don't always get shown that they're appreciated, because this independent combination that they're up against can quite happily plod along on their own. You know, they really don't need it, but they will take parenthood seriously. They will make very good parents. They will provide, but as I say, they would have to be concrete, and if you are to track one of these down, you will really have to bring quite a bit to the table, and that is basically, they won't entertain anyone who doesn't. So bearing in mind we've got this concrete relationship, and where I mentioned earlier, you may feel that they've gone a bit inwards, they're not really talking. Sometimes there's that constant battle going on, and they can be prone to long silences and a very sort of insular and a bit self-obsessed with them, you know, with what's going on with their finances. They don't always look at everything as a team. Normally they have a separate bank account, and they might not always let you know what's in there. So but they'll be having their own worries, and they get a bit self-obsessed here, and this can lead to depression, which is this combination's worst enemy. Can be, as I say, going insular. It may start with some ad hoc silences, and you're thinking, oh, they're pretty quiet today or whatever, but that can manifest. That can be the very early signs. This can happen as young as the 30s, and it can get in full swing by the time they're in the 40s, where they're very much dominated by themselves, and they can't tunnel out of this. They find that very hard. They can go to excesses of alcohol because of this. They don't feel as though they can loosen up, they don't feel as though they can talk or converse, or they don't feel as though they can, you know, really get into the swing of stuff. So be careful of the alcohol thing. If you feel that this partner is, or you yourself, Capricorn horse, and you want to take a bit of advice, learn about what you're doing. I mean, the alcohol is only going to mask. You really need to, as I say, open up, start talking, and stop worrying, really. That's going to be a major problem. But hopefully, if we can get past this stage, and they can get opening up, talking, and getting involved, and really accepting their partner and letting them completely in. I would advise having a joint bank account. Don't take all the responsibilities, or don't try and hide that money for the rainy day, or if you think the relationship's not going to work. You know, sometimes those negative theories that you have are not going to manifest. If they do, they do, but spending that amount of time thinking, oh, what are they in this for? Are they here for my money? You know, that's too time consuming, and it affects your natural way, because, you know, you can be a very strong partner, you can be very, you know, very helpful and very solid to somebody else who's chasing a career, keeping them grounded, giving them good support. So that will help you concentrate on, that side of yourself which you need to. And as I say, Capricorns, they age very well. This is quite a sign where when they're young, they look old, but when they're old, they definitely look young. So that's an excellent thing, and the horse likes to stay young and quite free. So you could have quite a quirky grandparent here, or a quirky uncle who likes to be quite young, out-looking, and good fun to be around, because there's a good sense of humour here. So hopefully we've got past this depression state. On the whole, keeping an eye on that diet, keeping an eye on the diet with the alcohol, and the occasional comfort eating, stuff like that. As long as you keep an eye on that, you're going to be a healthy combination and a happy one in the end. And that's why the combinations I like the Capricorn horse to seek out are tigers, and tigers that are Pisces, that are Scorpio, that are Virgo, and also like to see them with a Cancerian. I think that gentleness will help to open up and get you talking. So a Cancerian horse would be a fantastic match. And also I like to see them with dogs. Obviously dogs is the balance and also that steadiness that you do need as well, and you will get that support yourself as well as you opening up you to support them, and a very giving sign, the dog. So if we go for the Pisces dog, we go for the Scorpio dog, the Virgo dog, and the Taurus dog here. They are excellent matches for you. The no-go areas are rats of any kind. That just won't mix. They will get hurt a little bit too easily by you, and they need quite a lot of reassurance rats, which they're not going to get on the day-to-day basis, which they really do need. So that's not a good match. But hey, if you're in this situation and you're chasing one of these creatures, it's a great setup. Just want the Capricorn horse to be a little bit more even and a little bit more trusting, and I think everybody will benefit. Thanks very much. Hope you tune in to the next